Hey, it's Ian from Las Vegas Scooters and Lifts again. Today I've got a review of the Jazzy ZT8. Here it is, the Jazzy ZT8, or Zero Turn 8, as Pride have changed the name. As you can see, it's Pride Zero Turn 8. Some great features on this scooter, unlike any other scooter in its class, or by any other manufacturer. Pride innovated this back in 2017 and 18, where it's has some great features, which I'll go over quickly with you. So this scooter, its main feature is its zero turn capabilities, and you've probably heard that term before with lawn mowers, where they have zero turn lawn mowers and they turn around on a dime in your garden. And this is kind of the same concept. They wanted to develop a scooter that had four wheels, giving that great stability, but also give you the turning radius of a three-wheel scooter. And the way they achieve that is the front wheels turn at a 90-degree angle, and also at the back of the scooter they use the technology from their Jazzy wheelchairs, hence why this was originally called the Jazzy ZT8 or the Jazzy ZT. They put two independent motors, hence the two rear brake handles there, or motor release handles. There's two independent motors that work independently, so if you do make a tight right or left turn, these motors individually turn the wheels either clockwise or anti-clockwise against or with each other to give you that turning radius, to give you the wheelchair effect turning radius. So moving to the top of the scooter, from the top console, you have all your usual goodies. So you have your ambient voltmeter with your little light sensor there, your little horn as you heard there at the front, your speed dial, slowest, your little turtle, and your little hair for fastest. But, always starting the slowest, and your easy pull key there, ignition. You get your big key and your little spare key, and that goes in there. A little horn which I showed you. Your delta tiller, or your D-shaped tiller, or wraparound tiller, some people call it. So that protects your fingers when you're operating the scooter in case you do run into anything. Nice comfortable design, either left or right operation. Towards you on the right hand side is forward, towards you on the left hand side is reverse. To reverse, push forward on that side. We can actually switch those around if you are a left-handed person, or favour your left hand over your right hand, and we can change that round, so that would be forward, that would be reverse. But ask your dealer, I'm sure they can accommodate you with that. Your front basket has a little lock on it there to stop people from stealing your basket, but that's just operated with that little push lever there. See if I can do this one-handed. Yeah. And that just comes on and off with that bracket there, and then when you relocate your basket, it should just click in like that to stop it from jumping off. So if you do transport it on the car, on a carrier of some sort, a vehicle lift, you know your basket's safe and sound, it's not going to come off. Little windscreen at the front there to stop any rain getting on your face. That's a joke, but that's a cool little feature that makes it a bit different. Utility charge port is standard at the top there, so you can charge your battery pack while the battery's on the scooter, and it saves you bending over. So if you have bending issues, knee issues, you can charge the scooter from there without having to get to the battery pack. You still do also have your charge port on your battery pack just there, and your little fuse and your reset button, your circuit breaker there. If you come across any problems with your scooter, that circuit breaker will blow, and that fuse is just there for your charge port. Moving down the tiller on the opposite side there's your little light switch there. That operates the low wattage LEDs, front and rear. Cool little lights. Plus you also have your path light at the front just there, which is angle adjustable, so you can adjust it to whatever you feel comfortable seeing with. But with the nice little front accent lights there, which I'll turn on it, people can see you with that. Gives it a nice cool feature, kind of menacing look. You have a little storage pocket at the front there for maybe keys, loose change or something like that. Your tiller adjustment handle there, so you can adjust your tiller forward and backwards a little bit, whatever you feel comfortable steering the scooter. Plus it also use that to fold the tiller down for when you want to transport it in a vehicle, if you don't have a vehicle left. Steering lock there, that just locks the tiller in position when you are transporting the scooter or disassembling it. You'll notice the styling of this scooter is based around the LX, Pride's LX, but it's taken also from the shroud features of that scooter, and also put the CTS Comfort Track suspension springs front and rear, which I'll show you the rear springs, which are just underneath the rear shroud there by the rear lights, the cool lights there. Your seat is just a standard 17-inch by 17-inch seat that you get with most Pride scooters, and it's the perforated style seat with the new Stitch logo on there. Pride have changed their logo. You lift up armrest as normal. You can actually take these armrests off like most scooters, Pride, Drive, Gold and all those kind of manufacturers, by loosening these seat knobs here and removing the locating pins, just for if you do transport this scooter on a vehicle lift, you know the armrests aren't going to fall off. You can actually get an optional under-seat storage pod system. They are still available to purchase, and that basically gives you £5 of storage space underneath each side of the seat, but you would have to remove this locking handle and locate it on that bracket at the front just underneath the seat there. Nice comfortable seat, very plushy, plenty of sponge or plenty of foam padding there, both front and back, so it'll give you a comfortable ride. You won't be uncomfortable on one of these seats. Like I said, 17-inch by 17-inch. So the weight capacity of the scooter is 325 pounds or 147 kilos for the European market. And also, I just forgot to mention that also on your top tiller is your USB charge port there. Going back to the seat, it is a foldable seat for transport, so you could fold the seat back down to get it inside the vehicle, or if you wanted to store it somewhere, the seat nicely folds and compact. You can remove the armrest, like I said, if you do wish to make the seat a little bit lighter. You have a rear pouch at the back there. You can actually carry quite a bit of stuff in there. It's quite elasticated. You can put maybe your charger, a bottle of water or whatever you want to carry there. At the back of the seat you also have the accessory tube. That's what this little square thing here is, and most manufacturers put one of these on the back of the scooters, Pride, Golden Drive, and that's for any accessory that you want to add to the scooters. Things like oxygen tank holder, rear basket, walker holder, cane holders, all sorts of different things. Just ask your dealer what's available for your scooter that you're considering purchasing. At the back of the scooter, like I said, you've got your two brake freewheel levers with the neutral and drive positions, so you can freewheel or drive the scooter, so you would need to locate those. Nice little Corvette-esque reflectors there, very cool feature, and also your anti-tip wheel, trailing wheels just there. Nice wide footboard there from the LX platform, so you've got plenty of foot room forward, backward and from side to side. You've also got with this four-wheel design, you also have these front wheel arches there. You can maybe put your feet up there, but just be careful of the paint on the shrouds. You should probably wear that off. Comes in a fine array of colours. This one is our Stormtrooper, as we call it, with the white accent shrouds. You can also get it in Darth Vader black, as we call it, so onyx black, then the blue, the fire, opal I believe, and then it's the moonstone green. They've actually, think they've discontinued the silver, but we have the silver panels if you do need them. So back to the ZT. Like we said, its greatest feature is giving the stability of a 4-wheel and the turning radius of a 3-wheel. That's its key features, and then they added a lot more cool factors with it, colours and the lights. So with the ranges, weights, we are looking at, for the range on this scooter for a 200-pound person, you're going to get it around about 13.4 miles, they say. So let's say 13 miles for a 200-pound person, and about 11.6 miles for a 325-pound person. Its maximum weight capacity is 325. When they first introduced this, it was actually 300 pound, but they increased the weight capacity. The standard battery pack with this is your extended range 22 amp hour battery pack. Front rear suspension, independent drive at the rear motors. Seat rotates 360 degrees and locks in different positions, and that is kind of your basic overview of the Pride Zero Turn 8. I will now go into more detail on how to disassemble the scooter with the kind help of my little assistant Jennifer. So now I'm going to go through the disassembly and assembly of this scooter. It's going to be a little bit more different than most scooters due to the back end section, but first of all, always take what out, Jenny?
The key.
Thank you. Times we tell people. Remove the basket from its little located bracket there. I've shown you that already. Seat back folds down from the front and rear of the seat, slightly bent over, just lift up and the seat just comes off. You don't need to release any handles like some scooters. Next thing is your battery pack. You've seen me do this before. Grab the battery pack, give it a sharp tug, and that comes off, and put that to one side. Next thing is going to be your tiller, just as normal like a lot of the Go-Go's. Fold your tiller down, again, don't let it drop on there. Just make sure it's kind of level with your seat post, and then retighten that up. Just make sure the teeth actually go together and lock into place so it doesn't drop. There's your seat pin there if you do want to remove the seat post or adjust it. That's what that's there for. At the front is your steering lock. Just make sure your wheels are located straight forward. Push in and turn, that locks that steering. So when you lift it, this isn't flailing around. Then you have your quick release handle like on most Go-Go scooters. Just lift straight up, grab either the tiller or the seat post to help you lift that from the rear section. Like I said, slightly different. You do have 2 motors, 2 brake handles, plus 2 connectors. As you can see, your suspension there. Good thing with this, it automatically sits back on its trailing anti-tip wheels, ready for you to reassemble the scooter. On the frame, again as usual, 2 tabs with 2 green marks, and also 2 hooks there and there that you would locate onto that bar. I find the best way with these kind of scooters, your LXs, your ZT, is actually look through these 2 little access holes here to locate onto the bar. And the way you would do that is grab the tiller or the seat post. I find the tiller just a lot easier, and then lift up and guide the scooter back, and then just let it come together. Should click. If it doesn't click, then you haven't located it properly. And just reverse the process. Raise your tiller to where you feel comfortable riding. Make sure the teeth are nicely together. Undo your steering lock. Put your basket back on. Just locate the bracket. Next thing, grab your seat, your battery pack. Grab your battery pack, hover it over, and just let it kind of settle into place. if you find it difficult to lift this style of battery pack off of these scooters, if it's a little heavy for you or stiff, you can always grab it from the back and pull forward, and it will come off a lot easier. So if you do have this strong Velcro that holds the battery pack down, you can lift it from there instead of the handle. Just makes it a little easier. Your seat is normal. Lift it from the back of the seat rest, back seat rest there, so you can see the seat pole to go into the seat post, and it should just drop in and shouldn't move, so you know you've got it in the right position. Raise your seat back. Make sure you're in the lock drive position. Grab your keys, and you should be good to go. Thank you, Jennifer. You're just showing the lights off.
Cool lights.
Thank you. Okay, so to get on and off the scooter, you do have the option of moving the armrests up and stepping into the scooter. Or you can use your seat handle to rotate it to where you can actually sit on the scooter and then rotate the seat back, just making it a little bit easier to get on and off the scooter. And you can hear the click there, seat's located nicely. Bring your armrest back down. Again, 5'9", size 11s, 225-ish pounds. So tiller's in pretty good position. It will move forward if you need it to. We always like to drive our scooters with straight arms, that way you don't turn too sharply, but with this scooter it's not too bad. You do have that three-wheel turning capabilities with the stability of a four-wheel. So there's your little horn at the front, your key, speed dial, start at slowest, and there's your little power gauge there. As you can see, a little windscreen to stop the torrential rain getting on you. Joke again. Okay, we've already mentioned that you can drive forward or reverse on either side, so that would be towards you for forward and that way for reverse. So I'm going to go forward, give myself as little room as I can, so I can show you this turning capability of this scooter. So in a normal scooter you will probably hit that stand in front of me, and I'm going to slowly bring the power on, and it just turns on the spot, just like a power wheelchair. So it's basically doing a full circle in this one spot, and that's its great feature. One wheel at the back goes one way and the other wheel goes the other way, giving you that great power chair turning radius. When you do make a turn going forward on this scooter and it's a tight turn, the scooter will actually slow you down at the speed you're going at. Obviously don't go too quickly if you know you're having to negotiate tight spaces. But this scooter will actually, if you turn sharply, will actually slow you down a little bit. So if I go forward here and then turn sharply, it's actually slowed me down a little bit and then made the turn. Great for tight corridors, elevators, things like that. It's not going to negotiate every tight space, but as you can see, I can actually turn around in that space where I'd have to go a little bit further. Speed nice and steady. It's actually a little bit further than slowest speed, which I can slow it down to its slowest speed there, which is a nice little crawl. So if you're in a supermarket or a department store shopping for your favourite clothing brand, you can go around and browse at your nice slow leisure, leisure as you say over here. But if you do need to go a little quicker, top speed's 4 miles an hour. And it acts just like a normal four-wheel scooter, giving great stability, but you do have that optional tight turning radius. You see it slowed me down because I made too much of a tight turn. It will slow you down without me touching the dial. I'll do that again. You see it slowed me right down. it told the computer going too fast, tight turn, slow down. See, it slowed right down, even though my finger hasn't changed off the throttle. Great feature, great safety feature. Yeah, so if it reaches a certain turn on the steering, the circuit board actually detects that and slows you down. But regular turning, regular scooter function, and this is at half speed, so which is quite fast enough for indoors. But its top speed is actually 4 miles an hour, which I'll pick it right up, which feels a lot faster than 4 miles an hour. So, yeah. So just be careful if you are going top speed, because if the steering just notify you that you've gone too sharp of a turn, it will slow you down to a crawl, and it can be quite abrupt. Brakes are very good, just like any other scooter on the market. If it has automatic brakes, some of them don't, like the iRide, they have handbrake only. But this one's fully automatic brake, so it brings you to a nice slow stop, but quick enough to sort of avoid any obstacles or pedestrians that may randomly get in front of you. A feathered throttle as normal, so you can go slow. Even though it's set at full speed, I can actually still go slow. So it's just like your gas pedal in your car. You would use your gas pedal to vary your speed. So with the pathway lights on, and also the front and rear lights on, as you saw, if you can see them there, people can see you, especially at night. So you can see you from behind as well as in front, just so people can see you come in. And with your pathway light, you can illuminate the floor. I don't know if you can see that in there. You can see it moving there. There we go. Yeah, great little scooter. Great little scooter, great for indoors, great for outdoors with the active suspension there, the Comfort Trek suspension. It's great. It's really comfortable, especially when you go on those damn sidewalk cracks, the control joints. Absolutely uncomfortable on some scooters, mentioning no names. But yeah, it just takes the bump. If somebody suffers with back problems, then definitely go with a scooter with suspension. Just makes it a lot more comfortable. With it having dual motors, it is a little bit heavier than your standard scooter, so a lot of the weight on this scooter is at the rear of the scooter. Your seat weighs around about 27 pounds. The heaviest piece on this scooter is going to be the rear section at 48 pounds, and then your front section around about the same, about the 40 to 50 mark, that sort of thing. But the heaviest piece, say is 48 pounds at the rear section. Your battery pack is going to be about 31 pounds, with it having the extended range 22 amp hour batteries, which are slightly heavier than the standard 18 amp hour batteries. Great features like your suspension, your light package, the 3-wheel steering, all the extras that you get with it. Your small basket, like I said, we can upgrade that for you to a larger basket. So if you have an oxygen machine, you can actually put that in one of the larger baskets and still have room for a bottle of drink if you need one. So yeah, choice of colours: the white, the black, the blue, the orange, red, the green, silver. So yeah, whether you're a stormtrooper or whether you're a Darth Vader, the ZT8 is for you. Or if you're a larger person, then you can always consider the ZT10, which is the big brother of this one. Same technology, but bigger scooter, heavier weight capacity, bigger batteries, but still all the great same features as the ZT8. Yep, so that is the ZT8. Glad we've got one in store to give a review. This one is for sale. As you can see, the feather's gone again. We sold another feather scooter. We also sold the golden carry-on. That's gone as well. So it's good to see customers still coming out and purchasing things from us, and we appreciate that very much. So yeah, any questions, drop them in the comments or email us, sales@LasVegasScootersandLifts.com. we'll help out and answer as many questions as we can. If you do have any questions about any of the products you see here on our YouTube channel or on our website, or even in general, if you've got any queries or questions that you just haven't got the answers and you've looked everywhere, ask us. It won't bother us one little bit. So yeah, there's our ZT8. Hope you've enjoyed this little review of the scooter, and I hope it's given you a little insight, a better insight than just looking on the website at what the scooter is. My feet fit into it, and I'm a portly guy, so yeah, like, share, subscribe, give us that thumbs up. It helps us out immensely, and we appreciate it. So until the next time, look out for the next review. Something very new coming in. So I'm not telling you. So yeah, keep your eyes open for the next review. It's going to be something special, something new. So yeah, till then, have a good one.